Hello everyone, welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you a technique. We're not going to make a card in this video, but I wanted to show you how I do my two-step stamping with the big flowers and the little flowers from the stamp set Stippled Blossoms. I've always struggled with doing two-step stamping, lining up the stamps so that they look not perfect, but so they look good enough to be on a card. And so I spent yesterday just having a bit of a play around with how I could do it that suited me, and I was quite pleased with the results. And I made this card yesterday, so I was quite pleased, and so I thought I'd just give you a quick video today on how I do the two-step stamping method. Okay, so we'll just pop the card over there, and I'm just going to bring in our Misty. So when I'm stamping up the stamp, you won't actually see because it's going to be on the lid over there, but all you're going to be missing out on is me inking the stamp. So that's one that this is the one I'm going to show you. So we're using Island Indigo as our deep colour, and then we're going to use Pool Party as our light colour. And that's really important. The most two important rules is that you need a deep colour and a very pale colour. So I'm just going to pop that on there with my Misty Corner. And then normally what people do, or what I've seen, they show you to stamp this stamp first, the blocked out image, and then the highlight image on top, whereas I do it the other way round. So I'm going to be stamping the detailed stamp first in Island Indigo, and then I'm going to be doing the block out stamp next with Pool Party. So we're going to be stamping up the detailed stamp set first. Another hint that I will tell you that I found works for me is, because it's not a photopolymer stamp, we can't see through it to position it. So I have tried using the Stamp-O-Magic, but it just doesn't work for me. So I line up the stamps like this, and then I turn them over and I just make a pen mark there and a pen mark there. So when I'm putting the stamps down like this, I know in which direction my pen mark needs to be. So we're just going to place down the detailed stamp, and my pen mark is over on this side, and I just try and have a look. I'm just a little bit over the 1 inch mark there, but that doesn't really matter with the big flower. Now I'm taking the Island Indigo and I'm just stamping that up, and then I'm going to bring that over and just stamp that down. And if you want a really deep colour, you can do it again. You don't have to. For the card yesterday I made, I didn't do that. And then I just use my little chamois I've got here to clean the stamp off before I take it off my Misty. and then I'm just going to have my pen mark facing to my left, the same as I did. Put it approximately where it was, but the most important thing for me, I found with the big stamp, you just have to make sure the detailed stamp that you've already stamped, you can't see any of the image once you've got that placed. And then you just put it down, bring it back up, and now we're going to go with Pool Party, and we're going to stamp that up. Now I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper there because I want to stamp off once, and it's only photocopy paper, so it's taken half the ink off for me because it would have been a bit too strong a colour. You just want it to be very pale. And that's how I do my two-step stamping. So that's my two flowers there. Now I'll just clean that off. Now I find the little flowers in this set were a bit more challenging, but that's okay. So for the little flower I just use a little piece of square, and I find it's better if you butt it down for the little flower, you butt it right down into that corner of your Misty. And I'm just going to position one of the Misty corners there. Now we're going to be using this small stamp and this small. So once again I'm going to be stamping the detailed stamp first, and then I'm going to come in with a paler colour with the blotted out version of the flower. And once again I did the same thing. I lined it up, lined the two stamps up together, and then I put my pen mark there. One tip that I will give you is on these little stamps you have 3 petals on one side and 2 on the other. So that's the easy thing when you're lining it up. You need the 3 petals on this side and the 2 on that side. So you need to line that up like that. And then you just mark your 2 pen marks. Okay, so first I'll put down, and I like, with the small flower I found it a bit more challenging lining it up to work the way the big flower did. So I put the flower right down in that corner. Okay, so we're going to, for this we're going to use rose red and pink pirouette, just to show you how I did that card. And then in the next video I'll actually come back and make a card, but just showing you first how I create the two-step stamping. So we're just going to bring that one down. So that's like that. Then we're going to, and I know I haven't done the other one yet, but this is how I did the little flowers. So I'm not taking it on and off the Misty all the time. So we're going to put one in every corner. So there's no magic measurement, sorry, no magic measurement with the Whisper White cardstock I'm stamping on. It's just you need a piece big enough so you've got a bit of space between your 4 flowers that you're stamping. So we'll just stamp one more, and then we're going to go over the top. I mean, that's quite a nice flower. You could just use that if you wanted to, if you didn't want to do the 2-step stamping on the little ones. Another stamp set that you could use also for your little flower is the petite petals with the matching punch. That's a good one too. But we've got this set, so we might as well use it for what it was designed for. So just get my pink pirouette, just cleaning off that stamp and removing that, and we're just bringing on the blocked out one, and we're going to butt it up against there. Now we're just going to stamp that up with the pink pirouette, and once again you need just a bit of scrap paper because we just want to stamp it off and then bring it straight back down. That's not a very I don't think I stamped off this one actually. Yeah, that's better. So then we're just going to rotate. I did cut out I did cut out the little flowers as well. So with the little flowers I didn't stamp off because pink pirouette is quite a pale colour. But the 2-step with the 2 different colours, it does give you a really nice effect on your card. And then I just cut these out and I adhered them to my card with stamping dimensionals. And then I just added some leaves. And I actually used a leaf from Lovely as a Tree stamp set. It's got, in that stamp set, it goes missing. People miss it a lot, but it's a very little stamp and it's just perfect for this style card, which in the next video I'll show you. So there's our little flowers, all 2 steps. So I hope that helps you. I'll just clean that off. It's helped me a lot because I did struggle a lot with the 2-step stamping technique, and I did play around a little yesterday and I'm quite happy with the result, and I just can't wait to make more cards with this stamp set. So just remember that the 2 main things is you've got to have a deep colour and a very pale colour. And the other thing I wanted to tell you was that I just didn't pick up these 2 colours yesterday and just stamp that flower. It took me about half a day experimenting with different ink colours on some Whisper White. So that's my other suggestion, is you just have a bit of a practice with different colours. If you've got a colour swatch book, it will not work with this style of stamping because you'll find that the colours won't work for you. So you need to just have a deep colour. So if you're going to do a blue flower, pick a really deep blue and then pick a light blue, a really pale blue. The same with red. Pick a deep, like a good colour red, and then a very pale. We'll see, what I did was a pale pink. So I hope that helps you. It's really helped me. And once again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. And until next time, happy crafting.